Triple E EDC back again with another knife video. This is the Buck Marksman. Now this is the SK Blades Inferno edition. This is S35 VN steel, I believe. Let's see. Yep, S35 VN steel, and it's got the orange G10 instead of the normal aluminum. And I forget exactly what steel they use. I think it might be 154 CM or CPM 154. But you guys can look that up. That's not what this video is about. What this video is about is the Buck Knives warranty and my experience with it, and whether or not I was able to fix this knife. A couple of you may recall that one of the criticisms I had about this in my review was this, it couldn't pass the spine whack test. As you can see right off the bat, it does pass the spine whack test now. At least, you know, when I bang it with moderate strength. I haven't tested it with, you know, heavy strength, nor do I want to. Like I said in the video, it's not a huge deal if it has, if something fails the spine whack test, because usually the force against your knife is not going this way. Usually the force against your knife is going this way. So I'm not that worried as long as, you know, it doesn't have an issue being knocked out of place that way. Now, so what was I warrantying here? So, by the way, Buck Knives is known for having one of the best warranties. They have a lifetime warranty in the knife business. So, you know, I figured I'd test it out and see how good it is. Now, there are two ways you can make a warranty claim. One is in writing by an email, and another one is by phone. And they'll tell you to fill out, you know, the email anyway, you know, but you can double check it while on the phone. They also will let you put through warranty claims on the phone. Now, that being said, I want you guys to be aware of a couple of things. So one thing you should be aware of is if you put in an email inquiry or warranty claim, they're going to expect you to follow up an email. If you put in a phone claim, they'll expect you to call up on the phone. The reason I say that is because it seems like when I put in the warranty claim by email. When I called by phone to check on it, they told me, you know, they asked me the questions that you put in a warranty claim on the phone. Did you put it in by email? Let them know I emailed them, and they said, oh, that's another department. Let me send you over there. So because it sounded like it was another department, I'm surmising that that's the case. And the other thing that is really good to know is the SK Blades exclusives. So Buck Knives does not keep extra parts when they do their exclusives. So I actually had several. It's been sort of a quest to find a specific part for this knife. SK Blades does not have, or Buck does not hold on to spare parts from these runs when you have these runs. So, you know, and it took me about I think actually several phone calls and a couple of orders being shipped something before I realized that was the case. So first I called up for the Buck Marksman, and I let them know each time it was the Inferno, and I let them know each time it was SK Blades, and I even let them know what color the hardware was that I was looking for. So as you can see, you have the strap here, you have the screws. So I knew after talking to a couple of people in the last video that the reason it was failing the spine whack test was because the strap wasn't, the strap can be adjusted. Well, I tried to adjust it and the screws stripped out. So I'm not sure if it came that way or if that was something that, you know, happened at a later time that was my fault. I'm not exactly sure because I did get this secondhand. But the thing that really, was an experience here on the warranty claim was the fact that I actually got shipped 3 different sets of things 3 different times. So I was very clear. I was looking for the strap on the back, and I chose my words very carefully. I was looking on the strap on the back plus the associated screws that go with it. Now the reason I was asking for that is because I knew with a stripped screw I could end up damaging the back strap, so I asked them if they could send me the back strap too. Now, what did they send me the first time? What they sent me the first time was actually the clip here and the associated screws for the clip, which are different size, I believe. can look closely, different size than the screws for the back strap. So, you know, that was a little frustrating. But not only did they send the clip instead of the back strap, they sent the satin version of the clip with satin hardware. And so they didn't really give me an explanation as to why. So then I called back and I told them they had this issue. I emailed and called them, which probably confused them now that I know they're two different processes. But I emailed them and called them. They tracked down the order number and they reissued, you know, the hardware. Except this time they didn't send me the strap or the clip. They just sent me sets of screws for here and here. But again, they sent me the satin versions. So I called back again. And at this point, I was a little frustrated. And they, well, I'll get to that in a second. At this point, I was a little frustrated. And finally, I got someone on the phone who knew, you know, very well about SK blades and the Inferno and knew the exact model I was referring to. She took time to even research the blueprints of the knife to see about what the hardware was called and what everything was. So she told me that they probably don't have, and they don't think they have any hardware that's going to match this, because this was a limited run, and unless SK Blades reorders, by the way, SK Blades, please reorder so that I can get another screw that matches the set. But unless SK Blades reorders, it's pretty much done. So I asked her, I said, get something that just is as close as possible. If you have to go and coat a screw or do something, just get me something that's as close as possible. So they finally sent it out. They sent me the strap, which is the correct part. They sent me the associated screws for the strap, which is the correct part. And I did tell them to get it as close as they can. You can see there is an issue. This is fully black, and this is sort of a stonewash black, the one that comes stock. So I'm actually not going to end up using the strap they sent me, but I did have to use the screw because I had to replace the screw that was stripped out. So as you can see, there's one black and one stonewash black screw. Not ideal, but you know what, it works. And the spine whack issue is fixed. So what do I want to say about buck knives warranty? If you have a regular buck knife, they're excellent. They're excellent for communications. They were, you know, when they made mistakes, they owned up to it. They sent out new parts right away. That being said, you know, it's not ideal that I have to get, you know, things sent out 3 times. But at the same time, I fully understand it's a specific part. It's a limited run. The staff may not have extensive knowledge of some of these limited runs. You know, people said they were aware of them, but I'm not sure, you know, that they knew specifically about this one. So except for the last person who I spoke with, who was very good and took the time to look it up and figure out what it was. So, but I will say otherwise they were excellent. So if you have a normal buck knife, you can definitely depend on their warranty. They're very easy to deal with. If you have an SK Blades special run, you may be out of luck if you need parts. Just be aware of that. So even though SK Blades comes with a full buck warranty, and that's something they advertise with the knife, is that it comes with a full buck knives warranty, be aware that even though they will always service your knife and send you things for it, they may not be matching parts because they may not have the ones from this run. So just some food for thought. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful for those checking out buck knives and SK Blades. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. Do a lot of giveaways on this channel, so you don't want to miss those. Thanks again.